Oh, I forgot it's a Wednesday.
I don't go inside. I watch the figures and wave to a few of them. I know who I'm waiting for. Just when I think I won't see him, Kai pauses in front of my house. Almost before he's stopped, I walk down the steps and over to talk to him. I've been meaning to do this the last few days, Kai says. At first, I think he's reaching for my hand and my heart pauses, but then I see that he's holding something. One of the brown paper envelopes that people who work in offices sometimes use. He must have gotten it from his father. I realize right away that my compact might be inside, so I reach and take the envelope from him. Our hands do not touch, and I find myself wishing that they had. What's wrong with me? Guys, need to be listening. I pause because I don't know what to call the case that holds the spinning arrow. I know, Kai smiles at me. The moon, hanging heavy and low in the sky near the horizon. A harvest yellow slice like the melon we used to eat during the autumn holiday. We get to eat during the autumn holiday. The moon's light brightness brightens Kai's face a little, but his smile does even more. It's inside, I gesture behind me, at the steps on the lighted porch. If you want to stay here, I can run in and get it. That's all right, Kai says. It can wait. You can give it to me later. His voice sounds quiet, almost shy. I want you to have a chance to look at it. I wonder what color his eyes are right now. Do they reflect the black of the night or the light of the moon? I move closer to try to see, but as I do, the almost curfew bell rings down the street and we both jump. I'll see you tomorrow, Kai says as he turns to leave. See you then. I have 5 more minutes before I have to be inside, so I stay out and do not move. I watch him all the way down the street, and then I look up at the moon and the sky and close my eyes. In my mind, I see the words I read earlier. 2 lives. Ever since the day of the mistake with my match, I've never known which life is my true one. Even with the reassurances of the official that day in the green space, I think a part of me hasn't felt at peace. It was as though I saw for the first time that life could branch into different paths, take different directions. Back inside the house, I tip my compact out of the envelope and take Kai's artifact from its hiding place deep in the pocket of one of my extra sets of plain clothes. When I place them side by side, it's easy to tell the difference between the 2 golden circles. The surface of Kai's artifact is plain, scratched. The compact shines brighter, and its engraved letters catch my eye. On a whim, I pick up my artifact, twist the base, look inside. I know Kai saw me reading the poems in the forest. Did he also see me open the compact? What if Kai left a message for me? Nothing. I put the compact away on its shelf. I decide to keep the envelope, to put Kai's artifact inside before I put it back in the pocket of my extra plain clothes for safekeeping. But before I do, I open the case and watch the spinning arrow. It settles on a point, but I still spin, wondering where to go. Chapter 17. The climb is almost too easy. I slap branches out of the way, leap over rocks, and push through bushes. My feet have worn a path on this hill, and I know where to go and how to get there. I wish for a bigger challenge, and for something harder to scale. I wish for the hill with its fallen trees and ungroomed forest. Right now, I think if they put me on the hill, I could run straight up it. And when I reached the top, there would be a new view, and maybe, if he came with me and we stood together, I could learn even more about Kai. I can't wait to see him and ask him about his story. Will he have more for me? I burst through the trees and grin at the officer. Got some competition for your spot today, he says as he records my climbing time on the data pod. What does he mean? I turn to see Kai. A girl sits next to him. Bright golden hair streaming down her back. Livy. Kai laughs at something she says. He makes no move, no gesture to indicate that he wants me to come sit by him. Doesn't even look at me. Livy's taken my place. I take a step forward to get it back. Livy holds out a stick to Kai. He doesn't even hesitate. He takes hold of it right above her hand, and I see him helping her making swirly motions in the dirt. Is he teaching her to write? My one step forward becomes many steps back as I turn and walk away from it all. From the glint of sunlight on her hair, from their hands almost touching, writing letters in the dirt, from Kai's eyes looking away from me, from the spot in the sun with wind and whispered words that are supposed to be mine. How can I talk to Kai with her sitting right there? How can I learn how to write? How can I get more of his words? The answer is simple. I can't. Back down at the bottom of the hill, the officer gives us a speech. Tomorrow will be different, he tells us. Stay at the Arboretum air stop when you arrive and wait for me so I can lead you to the new site. We're finished with this hill. Finally, Kai says behind me in a voice so quiet only I can hear. I was beginning to feel like Sisyphus. I don't know who Sisyphus is. I want to turn around and ask Kai, but I don't. He taught Livy to write. Is he telling her his story too? Did I trick myself into thinking I was special to him? Perhaps many girls know Kai's story and have fallen for the gift of writing their names. Even as I think these things, I know they are wrong, but I can't clear my mind of the sight of his hand guiding hers. The officer blows his whistle to dismiss us. I walk away, staying slightly separate from everyone else. I've walked a few steps when I hear Kai behind me. Anything you want to tell me? He asks softly. I know what he's asking. He wants to hear more of the poem. I shake my head no, turn my face away. He didn't have any words for me. Why should I give him any of mine? We'll stop there.